Thank you, sir.
So very good everybody. Is it my presentation? So I'll talk about something. Just give me a moment. Just a second. Hope my screen is visible.
No, sir. Now it is visible, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 Just a moment. Let me see what is visible and.
That is Digital Reformation 2020.
Okay. 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 Okay, so let's talk about. I think we had very good address from two of our mentors, Mr. Firoz and Ankit. So I'll just talk about a little bit about banking and how banking is getting reformed, right? So my name is Prasanna. I work for a DCB bank as an innovation and the architects and the digital head. So primarily, I'm a techie engineer, passed out way back in 2000, and since then I had worked with many organizations like Mastec out there in UK or back in India, Atos, or recently I joined this bank 6 years before, and I started my banking journey. I am happy to say that I am fortunate to say that whenever I joined any company, that company was growing from step 1, step 2, and so on. So this is what we see in the journey of DCB Bank, how they have evolved. So friends, I'll talk about my banking experience, right? So say example, I passed out in year 2000 and I opened my bank account first. And it took around 35 days to open my bank account. And I was so happy. I was so happy that my bank account got opened in a flat 35 days. Now, if I ask some of you friends, right, I will open up your bank account maybe in a 30 days or a 25 days, right? What you will say? You will say, no, no, no. I think it's your bank is not really digital savvy or tech savvy. You should really get along some good technology so that you will be able to have a good banking experience for our customers. That's a journey I have seen since beginning. Now recently my bank is into in a such a mode that they can open any fixed deposit account in a flat 30 minutes. And if I say few of you, you can really experiment, go on a DC Bank website and try opening an account with a product called Zippy. You will be able to open your bank account with the Aadhaar and PAN there and there itself. That's the customer journey which we have seen. So what I mean to say that, friends, in 2020, when we see there are banks, right? There are branches, right? So branches were there 30 years before. That branch model is going to be there in 2030, right? How humans will be doing banking with no banks. Is that the future? And answer could be yes, right? There are few models, so-called DeFi, decentralized finance, which is based upon blockchain. They have some model which runs without banks. They offer you the interest rate for whatever you save in those accounts, and that is happening so nicely. And the pace of that banking, which is a parallel banking, which is happening outside of India these days, but sooner or later with the right regulation in India, it will come to our life. So friends, what happens every 20 years? Every 20 years, what we see, some kind of a technology come in our life, and that changes our life altogether. Imagine today, mobile phones, smartphones, internet. Can we imagine our life without them? No. What is going to happen in 2035 or 2040? Are you aware? Answer could be yes or no, right? But friends, and most of the students out there, it's in your hand, right? All the students who are part of this program, it's in your hand. How do you cultivate? How do you create? How do you transform the current present and the future of your country? It is all depends upon you. We are just there as a mentors. We'll keep on coming and talking on many technologies, and we'll talk about many guidelines. But it is up to you. How do you brainstorm among yourself? How do you ideate? And how do you implement those innovations? So every 20 years, what we have seen, internet had come in 95. Today, we can't imagine our business model without internet. Smartphone mostly arise in year 2007. We can't imagine our life without smartphone, right? Without WhatsApp and so on. So I think innovation and the collaboration, the right partner technology is a key for human transformation, right? So that's the one address. Now, this is a model. This is a model before COVID, right? COVID, like coronavirus, like complete world is getting impacted because of this coronavirus, a small virus coming out of that Wuhan city. It is impacting us. I would have really be happy to visit your campus and do a very good presentation out there. But sitting here, it's all impact because of Corona. We are operating on online. People are working from home. So how many of you have visited branches in the last 30 days? Or how many would you like to visit branches here onwards? Answer is most of the time, no. Right? That's the evolution of banking you will see post-COVID. So post-COVID, we will see those customers who were visiting branches, who were doing a lot of paperwork by visiting branches. They would look at how everything will come on their channels, on their mobile phone. So that's an opportunity, rather challenge, or a next level of things. Banks will really look at how these empty branches, right? How this empty real estate, so much of investment is being done for these branches. Now nobody is visiting there. And in future also, these branches has to transform to some small branches or some pop-up branches or some mobile branches, right? So life is changing. Bank is just one example, but life is changing everywhere. What we have seen as a transformation from those PC to the internet or laptops to the mobile, tomorrow's world is gonna be your smart home. Tomorrow's world is gonna be your smart car. Your car itself will go to the nearest petrol pump and refuel the petrol. Your refrigerator will reorder all the ingredients of your house, right? Because a refrigerator will be a smart device, like IoT based device, right? It will really sense how many eggs are remaining, how much tomatoes are not there, and immediately it will reconcile the whole request and send that request to a nearest shopping mall. Is it possible? It is possible. It's really possible. It's really happening outside of India. Your smartphone will be one of those medium to really do this transaction or authorize those transactions. But your homes are going to be smart. Your electricity bills will be paid by the tube light automatically. So that's a transformation which we have seen. And with the adoption of cloud technology, with the adoption of a blockchain and IoT and artificial intelligence, you will see our life will become smart. So students, are you ready for the next phase? How many of you are not aware of these technologies, blockchain or IoT or AI? So this is the right time. This is the right time. Get some of those technologies, study them as a subject, and get on to the next level. You are going to come out of this, your colleges in next few years or maybe immediately. But when you are getting into this industry, you should be ready. What is your industry demand or customer demand? So every organization look at how they can become extreme digital. So what is meant by extreme digital? Extreme digital means I have entered in a bank branch, and branch manager comes out and say, "Hello, Mr. Prasanna, how are you? Are you really doing good? I think in the last week you were searching for some property on magicbricks.com. Would you like to go for a loan?" How come he comes to know, right? How come that branch manager comes to know that I was really looking for some real estate? How can that branch manager come to know my expression, my facial expressions are happy or unhappy? Is it possible? Yes, that's very much possible. Amazon Go is one of the example. You enter in a shopping mall, pick up all your ingredients, and just come out of with some kind of a facial or a vein-based authentication and do the transaction. That's how is the extreme digital, no touch, right? No touch banking, completely digital banking. So that's going to be the future. So friends, from those mobile banking or those paper-based banking, which is like adopting or a basic digital, we have to really see how organizations will become more smarter, right? How a computer vision based camera will detect your facial expression. How a beacon which is kept on deployed at a branch will identify that Mr. Prasanna has entered. Let's go and greet, right? after I'm going back to the out of the bank branch, whether my expressions are happy or unhappy, so immediate trigger goes back to the head office. These many customers visited today, how many of them happy or unhappy? So mostly today we are at basic or advanced digital, but students, it is in your hand to make tomorrow's India, tomorrow's organization become most and extreme digital. It's in your hand. So be ready for that. So today's communication might be on a keyboard or a mouse. That was a legacy era. What we are seeing today is around touch or swipe or talk, right? The millennial customers order Alexa or Siri, please let me know the weather out there. Siri, please order pizza for me. So most of the communications are going on a touch screen and a talk. We have forgotten those keyboards and a mouse. So what's going to happen tomorrow, right? What's going to happen tomorrow? It's around gesture banking. It's about your mood, brain-to-brain interface. Looking at a customer, we should be able to understand what's really going on, what's his need, right? There are a lot of, so communication and interface. So tomorrow's interfaces could be augmented reality. Our colleagues were talking about augmented reality. The way web technology, on web technology, you go and log into the Facebook. Tomorrow, people will log into that virtual reality and be there in a virtual environment. They will talk to each other, meet each other on that virtual environment rather than on a Facebook or a Twitter, on a LinkedIn or a Instagram or a Snapchat. So that will be the new way of communication. So tomorrow's banking will automatically move from web to the augmented reality. So every business model will move on. So the opportunity today, students, for you is rethink. Rethink whatever you have studied. Opportunity for professors and college, all the teachers and whoever is creating that curriculum, reskill, rebuild that curriculum. So far, very few organizations are into AI or any other cybersecurity, any other technologies. So it's really good to see your college is organizing this kind of a national conference on various technologies. I think, but this opportunity for every college to really look at those courses, so-called algorithm or data structures or networks, which are basic subjects. But life has moved beyond that. Quantum computing, cloud computing, augmented reality, right? Biometrics, digital identity. Life is much more than that. We have to re-engineer all the applications. And you have to see a reformed country, reform society, right? Japan drives a concept called as a society 5.0 with all the technologies, with all different kind of IQs of the people. So students, please remember these 4 rules: rethink, reskill, re-engineer, and reform. So sir was talking about digital is not only around, or innovation is only not around technology. It's an outcome of how these 5 pillars and these 10 building blocks are working each other together. People, if your organization, if you want to get into a digital mode, do you have those people who knows blockchain? Do you have those people who has that innovative culture? Do you have those people who knows AI? No, right? So bring that. Create awareness. It's really great to see we are creating awareness today. In the next 3-4 days or until 28th, we are going to create a lot of awareness. So people aspect is very important. Next, process. What is that you're going to automate? Where are you going to do the intelligent automation or robotic process automation of or next level of automation? Where are you going to use AI? What is to be automated? Can we automate everything? Can I create another robot just like me who will come and talk in front of you? Or is it really required, not required? So what to automate? The process, that's very important. What is that you're going to transform? Technology, right? Technology was always driving factor since industry 1.0, 2.0, 3 or 5. We are entering in an industry 5.0, where students, you need to be there, understand AI, ML, open banking, ESB, cloud, blockchain, right? This technology you should understand. But while doing this transformation, you should know what is the regulation, what is the compliance aspect, how country's government law is around. Are there any external factors like fintech, startup companies where I can collaborate and work together, right? And finally, customer experience. Whatever you're going to do, if you are doing a WhatsApp banking in 2000, it will not help. If you're working on an Instagram in 1995, it will not work. If you're working on a wallet kind of a scenario in 2005, it will not work. It needs some kind of a backbone. It needs customer expectation, customer experience. Unless your customer is happy, if you do multiple apps or such a nice innovation. If customer is not adopting, if customer is not liking, it's a useless. So what we have seen during COVID, lot of innovations arise, lot of innovations, lot of things which has really being done. So that's very important. So on a people, I was talking about how people are gonna change, right? Your people today, there are different generations. Every generation has different need. Every people has a different need. Organization who understand need of every person will evolve. Like traditionalist, old people has a different need towards bank. They can go into branches, but the millennials, they would like to talk to the bank on a voice, on a chatbot, and so on. They want to be on Netflix. They want to be on Amazon Prime. They want to be on such a media where digital is there. They cannot go back to a branch and after traveling 1 hour just for taking out a 50 rupees or a 500 rupees. Life has changed. So we have to take care of your customers. Very, very important. You are changing. Your learning is changing. Earlier, my dad has done only one job his whole career. He has got retired in 60s with only one job. He has done degree. He has done work, and he's very happy with the pension. But today it's my 5th job. My learning curve is a everyday basis. I keep on learning every day. So students, learning is forever. Learning is forever in today's era, right? So people aspect, post people aspect, look at what all processes. Look at cyber security aspect. Look at how your organization will come out and evolve with the open banking and API. So I think one of my session, which is on 28th, I will talk more detail around these areas. Process, like where operation has to be zero process operation. No man in middle should be there, right? There are a lot of manual work is involved everywhere in the country. We can really do away with that and use this skill set for something else, which is a quite creative, for creative work, right? Technology, we spoke about many important technology which we have seen so far is social media, mobility, analytics, and cloud, which is being adopted. These are the future technologies: blockchain, IoT, AI, and quantum computing. I will see the way post-COVID, the way things are changing and getting transformed. These technologies will become normal technologies in hardly in a couple of years. Then what way? Where will go? Then you have to take care of this AR, VR. For learning, start studying these technologies and be ready. So when we see digital transformation, your digital transformation can be factored into 3 areas: front office, mid office, and back office. So front office, where your apps are there, chatbot is there, internet gadgets are there, your smart home is there, your refrigerator is there, or your smart car is there, or social media channels. Now this front will talk to the back. In the back, you have big data, AI, blockchain, and they will talk to with what? Will RPA. They will talk with the APIs. They will talk with some interfaces, web services. So once you understand all the 3 steps, you will say that, yes, I understand little bit about digital transformation and a transforming of any of the organizations. So this could be the way, right? Learning technology. If you do not know blockchain, start IoT, big data. So this could be the from left to right. This could be the way, like social media, mobility, automation, cloud, AI, robotic process automation, big data, IoT, and blockchain. So I think it's an era I would look at every student should learn these technologies. I was talking about courses like governments or fintech companies, how they can really work with us. Fintechs are powerful companies. They come up and they really disrupt. They are disrupting banking everywhere. Not only in India, but across everywhere. So customer.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Ujjal Saha, mute your mic.
Okay.
So I was talking about customer experience. So wherein customer experience is very important, right? For cross sell, upsell, onboarding a customer on your mobile banking is not a customer experience. Customer experience, that how that customer is going to be with you for years together. How as a bank, or how as a telecom company, or as an organization, you are creating a loyal customer. You are engaging them. You can engage customers with the big data, AI, and so many other things, right? Digital marketing and so on. Keep on innovating for your customers. As a banker or as an innovator, I run a program. I must have mentored more than 250 startups in the last 2.5 years. Since then, I started a program. I have engaged more than 2,000 startups for some or the other thing. I have visited more than 40 colleges and institutes, including some of the IITs and IIMs, to talk about innovation, how students, instead of doing that internship, how students can create a startup in 3 months, right? That is how you have to look at your future students. It's whatever you are studying today is just a sanity and health issue, but how you are going to utilize that knowledge to make new India, to reform your companies, to reform your society. That is the aspiration you should carry, right? So that as a bank, when I work with you in future, as a bank, when I'm hiring you, when I'm working with you in my company, I should look at from this traditional to digital, this digital banking with a mobile, it should become a traditional banking. I would look at to work with you to make my bank as an AI-enabled banking, which is a futuristic bank, which is on sharing economy. It's not only customer is going to go in a bank branch. They will utilize your mobile phone for a Make My Trip, for a Book My Show, for Netflix and so on. I should understand what my customer is doing. And it is very much possible if I use AI, big data. So students, aspiration for you and a challenge for you or opportunity for you, learn some new technologies and help India to bring some kind of an AI-enabled ecosystem out there for future. So this is how the banking of future bank will be there. Earlier, I used to visit branches or this and that, but same customer now will be on a chain. He will visit for utilities, bill payment. He will visit telecoms to watch some of the Amazon Primes and OTT platforms or Hotstar and so on. At the same time, he will be there on the mobile phone to do banking. So tomorrow's banking will be on a chain. Like that is why this blockchain and these technologies will come upon. So India, in the next 2 minutes, I conclude my presentation. India is at number 2 as far as so these are the old, like now India is number 2 after China as far as the startups are considered, right? Like there are 50,000 plus startups. Unicorns are there, like more than 35 unicorns now. Unicorns are those startups who has a turnaround somewhere around more than 1,000 crore. So friends, students, if you are geared up to create your own startup, please connect each other. Please connect with me and see how can you be one of those unicorns in the future. How can you? There are a lot of new campaigns are being run by Indian government under PM Modi. Atmanirbhar, right? There are some competitions are going on with the Niti Aayog. Participate in those competitions. Collaborate. Understand what is happening around your college, out of your college, where world is moving as a part of a startups or entrepreneurship, right? So that as a Indian citizen, as a future of India, you be part of that journey, right? You be part of this innovation journey where a lot of problem statements are there with me, where we have to collaborate with the government, academia, various subject matter experts like me and Firoz sir and others, and you have to come together and do research, learning, do some of the MVPs, create some output so that it is helpful for tomorrow's banking, new business model, right? Automation. You will be getting hired in some of the banks or some of the companies if you participate into that, and you can create some of the incubation labs out there in your college itself around some problem statements, or happy to explore that outside of this conversation. How can we create a innovative culture in your college? How can you create an incubation? How can you make one of the top college? 3 days before, IIT Madras was being ranked as a #1 innovative institute in the India continuously for 2 years. Can you not be a top 10 innovation institute in India, right? How is it possible, right? So that's opportunity in future for everybody. We have seen these logos in the past: Yahoo, Kodak, AOL, Nokia, and so on. What they have done, they have not understood where consumer is moving. They have not understood what is coming in the future. Look at these logos. Netflix, Ola, Amazon. We can't imagine our life without Jio or WhatsApp or those Make My Trip or that Google Map or a Swiggy or Zomato. But if these logos do not work with you as a student, or if they not understand those upcoming technology like blockchain, AI, and so on, they will also be vanished. So we will see some of the future logos like Ola, Jio. They're already on that path of augmented reality or blockchain, AI, and so on. So friends, thank you so much for inviting me to talk about how digital transformation is happening everywhere. And it was a delight to talk about how transformation is changing world everywhere. India's innovation index was 85 5 years before. India's innovation index today, last year it was 51. And China's innovation index was 45 3 years before. Now they are in 17. So it's a challenge for a country like India, which is full of population of talent and students like you. How can we become those top 10 country in the world as an innovative country? And friends, it is in your hand, in our hand. Let's collaborate more. Let's understand more technologies and utilize it for a social welfare, country's welfare, so that we surpass all the challenges which we are facing. So thank you so much for inviting me here at a national conference at the college. Happy to take some of the questions, or happy to participate in the